Martin Williams Concrete Products Limited is a family-run business based in County Clare, Ireland, specialising in precast concrete solutions for a wide range of industries. Over 2 decades of experience. Established in 1998, they actively listen to customer needs and continuously research innovative ways to improve their offerings. They have a strong local reputation for reliability and customer service, deep knowledge of the building sector, which they're happy to share with clients. If you're working on a building or landscaping project and need durable, locally made concrete products, they might be worth checking out.
Ennis Electrical, best prices on appliances, huge savings on premium brands. Ennis Electrical is a family-run business who pride themselves on good customer relations. Ennis Electrical are part of Expert, one of the largest electrical retailers in Ireland.
Good afternoon, and you're very, very welcome here to Zimmer Biomet Park East Hogue for the first of what are 4 fascinating quarterfinals of the Clare Senior Hurling Championship. We couldn't have asked for any better start because the 4 games are going to be on live here on Clare GA TV over the weekend, 3 and 5 every day, Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you're strapped in for what is a fascinating start. We've got the 2022 champions against the 2023 champions. It's Clonlara against Ballyea. And with me, I'm delighted to welcome Derek Dormer. And Derek, this is an absolute cracker, isn't it?
You have a seat to strap me in because I'm actually quite excited about this. The 2 most experienced teams left in the competition, as you said, 2022, 2023 county champions. I mean, this is going to be lively, to say the least.
A lot of people looking at matchups. Tony Kelly against Ian Galvin. They've been 2 of the outstanding stars of not only the county team.
They won't be marking each other anyway. I'd predict that much.
But is it that simple that you've got 2 marquee players and you're trying to work everything around them?
Well, I don't think it's that simple regarding Clonlara. I think they have far more weapons than Ballyea. However, if you do stop Tony Kelly, you will stop Ballyea. The question is, everyone in Ireland's trying to stop Tony Kelly since 2013 or even before that. He is unstoppable. But yeah, I'd imagine if Clonlara can limit Tony Kelly to even 1-7, 1-8, they'll be very confident getting the result. Yeah. But that's what you have to do. Limiting him to that isn't easy on.
You've obviously got a Clonlara side without John Conlon. It's a big loss to any team, particularly a team that has a lot of young players that are still budding. How big a factor is that going to be?
It'll be massive, especially if Ballyea can manage to take it down the home stretch. As I always say, those closing 10, those championship minutes. If Ballyea are there, that's where John Conlon would be so pivotal to Clonlara. Game management, getting you over the line, especially with the young team. He's lost to any side is detrimental, but at club level, it's massive altogether.
Okay, well, we're going to take you to the teams now. I have a stat for you in a couple of minutes. I know you like a stat, Derek, so
I do
we'll get to the stat in a few minutes. We're going to deal with the teams first because there's 2 changes from the 1 to 15 that you see in the programme. So for Clonlara, you have Alan Murnane in goal, a full back line of Paul McNamara, Oisin O'Brien and Logan Ryan. You've got the half-back line of Dylan McMahon, Aidan Moriarty and Pádraig O'Loughlin. Midfield pairing of Colm Galvin and Colm O'Mara. A half-forward line of Daniel Maloney, Diarmuid Stritch and Jayton McMahon. And a full forward line of Michael Collins, Ian Galvin and Kieran Galvin. And for the Ballyea side, 2 changes as well. Thomas Kelly and Mossy Gavin don't start for the men from the Bally boys. It's Barry Coote in goal. Peter Casey, Paul Flanagan and Morgan Gary. A half-back line of Gerald O'Connell, Jack Brown and Dara Moylan. A midfield pairing of Tony Kelly and Daniel Costello. Niall Deasy, it's Tygo Hulacan and Pierce Lillis. Cian Kirby, Cathal Doohan and Fiacre Kirby. Obviously going to be changes to that. Tony Kelly played all of the championship at full forward, Derek. Tygo Hulacan's probably going to go cornerback. Morgan Gary to wing back and Gerard O'Connell to midfield.
You should be a manager on. You have all the changes off. Yeah, look at Tony Kelly won't be deployed at midfield, but he'll come around. Tony Kelly's basically given a license to do what Tony wants, and if you're a manager or a coach, sure, you're not going to change that. You find space, Tony, get on the ball. That are your instructions to Tony, and just do what you do. For Clonlara, they're going to have to pick him up wherever he goes, be it outside line, be it the inside line. You cannot leave him loose.
So, I mean, you're looking at it. So, we talked about the marquee players, but who marks the marquee players, if you know what I mean? So, who goes on Ian Galvin for you and who goes on Tony Kelly?
Well, Paul Flanagan, I'd be putting on Ian Galvin just for pace and cuteness. Who goes on Tony Kelly? Yeah, God Almighty! Like, I mean, who I'd put 5 players on him.
The Father, the Son, or the Holy
Yeah,
Spirit.
yeah. It doesn't really matter. I suppose Ed Moriarty might pick him up. Dylan McMahon could be capable of it also. I'd imagine they'll interchange and see how each player gets on. You know, you could have 10 minutes, you're marking Tony for 10 minutes, see what you do.
Yeah.
And if you manage to do well for the 10, you might get the job for another 10. I think that's the way you can approach Tony Kelly.
We got, it's Kevin Corrie in the middle. He's from 6 Mile Bridge.
Is this your stat now, Kevin Corrie in the middle?
No. I'll tell you my stats though. So, Ballyea, obviously, 2016, they won their first title, the first of 4. So, in the knockout stages since 2016, they've had played 17 games. They've won 13 of them. Drawn 1, which was the 2016 final, and lost 3 matches. That is a fair statistic going into this quarter-final.
Can you remember how many of them they won by a pint?
Yeah,
I would say maybe half of them.
Yeah.
That'll show you how they're so hard to beat. And once they get to this stages, I said at the start of the year that I feared for Ballyea to get out of the group.
Yeah.
But I did say if they get out of the group, I'll fear for everyone else. I still hold true on that. If they get over Clonlara today, but it's an if. You know, they'll be looking at Canon Hamilton Glory because they're the 2 most experienced, the most accomplished sides left in the competition.
Yeah. So, like, you're a man that likes to pull his neck out, and you have a fair neck.
It's a big neck, yeah. With a small head, though.
So, what are you going to go for? Are you going to go for the 2022 champions or the 2023 champions?
Clonlara to shade it.
Okay. And on what basis now? What's your feeling? What's your
just
gut?
to you, really. No, I just think that they have the greater scoring spread.
Yeah.
You know, and I think if you tie down Tony Kelly, which is a hard ass, but I don't see where Ballyea get other scores from. Niall Deasy look, he'll win ball, but he's not the Niall Deasy of old. He's basically hobbling on one leg.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine he'll go into the inside line. But for Clonlara, they've pace in that forward line. Michael Collins is something that, you know, how do you pick up Collins? How do you pick up Ian Galvin and even Kieran Galvin? You know, there's 3 lightning fast in the inside line. So for me, Clonlara to have the legs on Ballyea in the closing quarter one.
Yeah, it's an unusual breeze today because it seems to be blowing towards the town end, which is normally the prevailing wind normally blows towards Aldi. So I don't know if that's going to make
everything's blowing towards the townies this year so far.
Well, just for to put it into perspective, really, what I'm going to say is that Clonlara have that breeze in the opening half. So is that going to be a significant factor here? Do Clonlara need to settle a bit better or faster than a more experienced Ballyea side?
I wouldn't think so. I don't think Clonlara will fear Ballyea. I know that if Ballyea have the edge and experience, but Clonlara were county champions since Ballyea were. You know, Clonlara have that 2023 desire. And last year, you know, they want to write last year off. Very hard go back to back. They seem on a crusade this year with or without John Conlon.
Well, we're underway and there's already a bit of tussling, and Diarmuid Stritch will never get a better education than Mark and Jack Brown for certain. He certainly let him know all about it. And here's another man that has been a fascinating insight into a whole championship in Michael Collins. He's going straight through the middle. He has a man outside him. He's going to go for a point, and he takes a point. That's what you call a great start there.
Yeah, and I did warn you. Michael Collins has pace to burn. He gets that ball and he sees grass. He goes for that green grass, and you're not stopping him unless you foul him.
Well,
tremendous start from Clonlara.
He didn't score in the last game, and considering they're 23 wides, it was an amazing statistic. But here's
I wasn't there for the last game.
It's Oisin O'Brien that's going to mark Tony Kelly from the start. What's he going to do with him? Well, and that's just going to drift wide. Just shows maybe the extent of the breeze, Derek.
And in fairness to Oisin O'Brien, he stayed with him. He put him under enough pressure to get a bit of a block on the hurley, not actually the ball, but enough pressure for it that it did tail wide, and you could see the strength of the breeze. It held up first before it tailed.
Well, that falls down to Morgan Gary, and the ball is picked up by Diarmuid Stritch. Look at that for pace. He gets it away. Colm Galvin can hear the call back from him. It's a great call from Dylan McMahon. What's he going to do with it? He's well capable of scoring a point. He got 3 in the last game against Crusheen. He gives it inside to Ian Galvin, and that's who is marking him is Paul Flanagan. Paul Flanagan gets a touch. It's the 65, and already the matchups are very, very fascinating, Derek.
Yeah, they are, and we did call Paul Flanagan would have to go on Ian Galvin for legs alone. Michael Collins is a big ass for that Ballyea full back line. You know, as I said, if he gets enough supply, he will burn you. Interesting to see who's picking up Collins. I'm just looking out there, and I think it's going to be Tygo Hooligan at the moment on Michael Collins. You know, and I venture to say Collins will have the legs on a Hooligan. That could be an issue.
It could be. Well, we're going to find out for certain, and we're going to find out the extent of this breeze now, because It's a tough one for Ian Galvin just because of the angle of it, really. It's right out on that touchline, but the wind, as you can see from the flag right behind him, it's...
He's had a fantastic championship though so far, and confidence when it comes to free taking is key. You know, if you nail the first one, he'll probably nail them all day.
Well, it is a pressure one. Michael Collins went straight through the middle for his one. We're 2 minutes in here.
Looks good on. No, it's just tailed.
No, it's gone to the wide. It's gone to the right and wide. So our marquee men have hit a wide each. Tony Kelly at one end and Ian Galvin at the other. But it's Clonlara are still a point to the good here, and they have that breeze at their back. We're 2.5 minutes in. It's the returning Barry Coote. He missed the last game, and Oisin Griffin certainly put in a great shift. He made 2 superb saves against Clonlara. But it's the half-back line of Clonlara that have been fascinating in this championship so far. Pádraig O'Loughlin catches the ball, wins a free, and it's an opportunity for Dylan McMahon, I reckon, to have a go at the post from here.
Yeah, very strong half-back line. McMahon, Moriarty and Pádraig O'Loughlin. And not only are all 3 natural ball winners, they're very strong, obviously, on the ground, in the air, but all 3 can score on from open play, and McMahon can boom frees over. It's probably the most important line in hurling, and it is definitely Clonlara's most potent line.
Well, interesting to note that Ian Galvin isn't doing it around the box, which is a kind of a strange one, really. But you've Kieran Galvin, you've Colm O'Mara, and you've Michael Collins inside. Dylan McMahon's on his own 65. Now, let's see, can he fare a little bit better than Ian Galvin did at his side? And he does, and it's gone straight over the bar. And it's a great boost of confidence for Clonlara. They're 2 to the good, and we're 4 minutes in.
Yeah, perfect start for Clonlara. I mean, 2 points to no score. Quick puck out now here, and Gudgie has it.
Gudgie has it, and he tried to drag in the hurley to win the free, and he does. It's a very clever, that's what you call experience.
Yeah, there's no better man for experience and for desire, determination than the Gudgie, in fairness.
Like, we all spoke about changes for matches, but the sides just seem to have gone out there and played everyone in their positions and hope for the best.
Yeah, they have, and Tony Kelly on the ball here. Oh, what a pop pass.
Well, Pierce Lillis doesn't get hold of it, and he's a small bit jittery in the second one as well. Gives it back to Kelly, though, and Kelly can make things happen. And he does. He gives it off to Gudgie, the captain. What can he get? Ballyea's first score. It's going to drift this one to the left and wide as well. And I wonder, is that a factor of the wind? Because that's 2 that have gone out to the same side. And Ballyea have 2 wides. Clonlara have 2 scores. And the ball is immediately poked down towards Kieran Galvin. It's his first start to the championship. And he gets the ball into his hand. He gets the ball back. He finds Collins, and Collins can make a bit of space for himself. Gives it back to Colm O'Mara, who started on the wing. Can Colm O'Mara make it 3? Looks like it's not going to go. It's going to go to the right and wide.
Yeah, both teams have not really settled. There's a great pace to it, like they're doing everything fast, but a couple of poor wides from Ballyea and a couple of poor wides from Clonlara. But look, we're only into the opening 5 minutes, and it's getting to know you. And Jack Brown certainly got to know Michael Collins.
Well, we expect more of that. And Jack Brown has already got to know Diarmuid Stritch as well. And here is Stritch on the ball. He's moved out to the wing, but it doesn't stop him from cutting inside. And can he take a point? It's not going to go over this occasion. It's gone to the right and wide again. Diarmuid Stritch just missing that one. It's 3 wides for Clonlara.
Yeah, and I know it's early stages on, but they're crucial scores. Like, missed opportunities can prove costly, especially when you're dominant. Like, there's a saying, like, if you can score in clusters, you know.
Yeah, well, they got 22 scores in the last match and had 23 wides. It's an amazing statistic. In one way, it's great that you're getting 45 shots at the post, but another way, you're missing more than you're scoring, and you're scoring over 20 points. But look at Ballyea. Can they get through here? It's Cian Kirby. He offloads to Pierce Lillis. Pierce Lillis let it fall out of his hand. The last time he doesn't do so. This time he's accurate. It's over the bar, and it's a first point for Ballyea, and a settling one, you'd imagine, Derek.
Yeah, and a well-worked score, like transferring the ball from left to right, patience, showing composure, and finding the man in the best shooting position. That's quality hurling, That's what you want to do. Get the ball into the high percentage areas before you take the shot.
Well, Alan Murnane has hit it right down the middle, and that's where Jack Brown is, but he just misjudges it for a second, and it allows Collins to break through. He's got 4 or 5 Ballyea men around him. Can he still get a shot away? Oh, no, we're carrying, says Kevin Curry, and it's a free out, but for a second there, they looked like there could be a goal chance.
Yeah, he was going for the jugular. He had the head down, but in fairness to the Ballyea defence, they all swarmed around him, held him up, and I suppose maybe Kevin Curry might have allowed him to get that shot off. It was borderline. It's not a decision that you're going to give out about the ref. It could have gone either way. It could have allowed the point as much as allowed or blown for over carrying. But yeah, teams seem to be settling down a little bit, and yeah, there's no +1 system. There's no one dropping deep at the moment. It's man on man, and the matchups, and everyone's in their position at the moment. Surely that's going to change.
Yeah, well, for the moment it's Kieran Galvin that's down, and he's had an inordinate amount of injuries in the last couple of years. He's been dogged by them, really, and it's probably a factor that he hadn't started a lot of the games, but they do have an ample sub and warming up here in Kyle O'Connell. So if Kyle O'Connell was to come on, he certainly wouldn't weaken the side by any means. But it's worrying for Kieran Galvin now because he's had so many injuries along the way, and it doesn't look like he might play on maybe.
Yeah, they might give him some time to see can he run it off, but it's worrying, when you're only 6-7 minutes into a game that a player's requiring treatment.
Well, he is going to stay on for the moment, but as you can see from his left thigh, that is strapped up as it is. So, okay, so we'll see where it goes. It's going to be a free. It's going to be Jack Brown that's taking it out, and he's full back line, and he gives it welly, and the breeze was no problem there, but it does hold up in that breeze, that's for certain. It's normally a backs ball, but Carl Doohan says no way, he's going to win this one. Dylan McMahon managed to get the ball off him, but Feker Kirby gets it. Oh, that's a great take. Cullum Galvin, just on the swivel, picks it up, and who does he find but his brother Ian, his younger brother, picks it up, but Paul Flanagan is dogged, and he's got the ball in his hand. And he says, you're not going to get away with that one. Gives it off to Lillis. He's hit a lot of balls so far, but that's not his best effort. Oh, and Kevin Corrie said there was a late one.
And I'm trying to see, Owen, I think Dylan, or, centre back Ed Moriarty is kind of playing a free role. I'm trying to see from Ballyea, they've only 5 now on the inside line. They've obviously decided to drop someone back, probably because they're playing into the wind, but it's strange to see Clonlara have a spare man at the back when they are having the wind. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah. Well, Jack Brown again is a lot further out the field this time along, and he goes cross field, but he's looked where the spare man is, and that's Pádraig O'Loughlin, and Cathal Doohan is making his way over, but O'Loughlin managed to find a bit of space and just gives it welly down the right wing. He's given Ian Galvin a lot to work with, but Paul Flanagan is matching him pace for pace, and he's got 2 around him now because he's got Jack Brown, 2 former teammates there together, and it's Flanagan that picks up, and Flanagan has done very, very well so far. He gets it off to Feker Kirby. Kirby manages just to eventually pick up the ball and gets it off to Gudgie, and there's a Ballyea starting to find their feet. He goes for the crossfield ball, and again there's nobody there. There's just miscommunication, I think, with Ballyea. I'm not sure if they're anticipating those balls. Peter Casey is out in front of Kieran Galvin, and Kieran Galvin is really hobbling now, and it looks like he's going to have to come off.
Yeah.
He didn't even go for that ball, but someone that is going for the ball is Tony Kelly. He's lethal from this position. He sells Oisin O'Brien the dummy. Can he get a score? No, he can't as he's second wide, and on a let off for Clonlara there.
Yeah, and it's Jack Brown is picking up. Jack Brown is handing people off, so Jack Brown is the spare man for Ballyea in this first half. They are playing with an extra man back, which is obviously freeing up Aidan Moriarty on the other end. So there's going to be space in front of the Clonlara full forward line, but will they have the numbers? That's the question. Can they go direct substitution here already? You feel sorry for Kieran Galvin on.
You do, and Kyle O'Connell is in. And look, he's grimacing
there. Not
there.
a bad replacement, though.
No, absolutely not. And Kyle O'Connell will slip into that corner forward spot, and Peter Casey's picking him up. Alan Murnane goes down, and he's looking towards Tots already. That ball falls to Stritch. Now, what will Stritch do with it? He's going to have a shot at the post. He missed the first one. He's not going to miss the second one because that's a great pick-up, and that shows his quality there.
It's absolutely beautiful. Like, first touch ball into the hand, second touch ball over the bar. That's what you call quality forward play.
Nobody marking Morgan Gary here. I think Dermot Stritch is supposed to be marking him, and it gives Ballyea an opportunity, but Morgan Gary hits it straight to Dylan McMahon. They get lucky there because the touch was a little bit heavy. Oh, and speaking of heavy touches, you don't expect that from Tony Kelly, but it just shows he is human.
He is, but look, Ballyea have problems because Niall Deasy is basically on one leg. We saw it when he tried to come out for a ball. There was no way he had the legs to get there, and Tony's missed a couple already. Not a good start for Ballyea in that front because they'll be relying on them 2 men primarily for scores.
You see, your problem, I think, is that he needs to come out the field to get ball because they were against the Rees, but then they've no threat when they get the ball inside.
That's the thing. It's like
no legs inside.
It was like Gary Brennan playing football for Clare. He couldn't kick it himself.
Well, it's a beautiful ball, and will that be a beautiful score? No, the Cullum O'Mara just hitting that one wide, and it's a 4th wide for Clonlara. They have 3 points on the board, though. That ball is straight out to Jack Brown, who has a bit of space. Now it's Clonlara wondering who's doing the marking. But again, it's going to be straight over to Dylan McMahon. He doesn't catch it too cleanly the first time, but he's certainly got it on a lot of ball and a lot of clean ball. Oh, Cathal Doohan give him a hefty challenge, and for a second Kevin Corrie thought about not giving it.
Yeah, but, like in fairness, I don't know. I think he just kind of held him up. I don't think it was anything too detrimental. It's sore. I wouldn't like to take it at my age, never mind your age.
To see, well, it should have been an innocent comment. You just had to have a dig, and
I wish you wouldn't know it was me otherwise.
Well, it does break up the play here. Like Dylan McMahon, he's up straight up on his feet. It's not like Kieran Galvin, who you could see was going to be in a little bit of trouble anyway. But it's another opportunity here for Dylan McMahon just to send this into the mix. He's probably not going to be able to reach the target, but certainly can get in there. And it's
They've no big men at the edge of the square. I thought Colm O'Mara might be gone back in just in
for
case.
the last three, which is unusual because that one was going to have the distance. But this time, they've got
Ian Galvin and Tots O'Connell inside. They're not the biggest of men. Or it's Michael Collins.
Yeah. So here we go. He has the breeze. He's back. He's on his own 45. Now, he's giving
There's
that
snow on that.
He gave that a lot of hickory. Oh, it's off the post and it's perfect for Ian Galvin. Can he pick it up now? He hasn't got much space off Paul Flanagan so far.
Guaranteed
Can he
score.
get a score? He does.
Guaranteed.
And that's what you call lethal. He was the liveliest off that break. You don't know where that's going to go, but it's a fantastic score there.
As soon as he picked it up, he's never going to miss one, in fairness. Like, he's probably the most accurate of forwards in the county. You just give him the ball. Once he secures possession, he knows where the posts are. And Clonlara will be happy, 4-1 up, 13 minutes in, and they're dominant here in their half-back line, and Ballyea can't get a ball into the inside line. And if that continues, they'll be struggling for scores.
That was a late one, and you could hear that one from here. Colm O'Mara got it, and he gives it off to Michael Collins. He twists one way and then the next way, but he's after putting that one wide, and Tygo Hulacan will be very, very relieved to see that one go wide. Kevin Curry just lets it off. You could hear the slap, but says no. So it is a wide. It's Clonlara's fifth, and a very scoreable one, Derek. You'd have to say that one.
Yeah, 5 wides is 5 too. Well, I know it sounds obvious, but 5 too many, really. But especially when you're playing with the wind.
Well, they haven't had much joy from puck outs, and they've two big men up here. It's Pádraig O'Loughlin and Dylan McMahon, but it's Cathal Doohan that picks it up. Will he get the free? He will. And it's still going on here because there's a bit of afters. Kevin Curry's going to have to step in here because not only Cathal Doohan, but Pierce Lillis is getting involved as well.
I didn't think it was a free now myself, and I just thought he held him up and let. Sometimes referees are better off just let it go, just let it develop.
Well, to be fair, Kevin Curry is a man that does let it go.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does, and he's one of the more enjoyable refs. I was at a game earlier on where there was 62 frees, so you can imagine that one every 70 seconds. It was like watching paint dry.
Well, certainly I think it can't be said about Tony Kelly because he's 60 metres out. It's an opportunity for his first score of the game. We're just coming up to the midway mark of that opening half. Now, what can he do with this one? It's like a golf shot. That's after slicing wide as well. It's gone wide of that same post again, so it just shows the trickiness of that breeze. And I wonder, will that be a factor throughout the game, even for Clonlara in the second half?
Yeah, but Clonlara learned from it. Surely you have to start it outside the far post and let the ball curl in.
Oh, Diarmuid Stritch with a lovely little pick-up, and he doesn't get that ball off completely because Pierce Lillis, after picking up, didn't look where he was hitting it though, and it's Colm Galvin that picks it up, and Colm Galvin is one of those Rolls-Royce players that just finds a bit of space. Oh, but that is well cut out by Morgan Gary for the moment, and it under a little bit of pressure here because Colm O'Mara's got it. Oh, O'Mara just tries to find Collins. Looked like a goal chance for a second. Now Diarmuid Stritch, he's about 50 metres out. Diarmuid Stritch, he puts it over, and Diarmuid Stritch's second point of the game, and it's a vital one. Colm O'Mara doing a lot of donkey work there.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, it's Clonlara are just so dominant in this middle third. Physically, they can stand up to Ballyea's power, and they just are hoovering up possession. And when you do that, with that win, with those forwards, there's only going to be one outcome. It's only 5-1 on, but I'd hasten to say if Ballyea don't settle, it could be 10-1 in the matter of 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, I wouldn't be too concerned because there is a strong breeze there, and Ballyea are a team that do thrive on it. So it's a Ballyea line ball anyway, and they go quickly with it. And immediately it's given off, and Cathal Doohan here. He's not a noted scorer, and definitely not a noted striker with that one, because Pádraig O'Loughlin's after picking that one straight up, and it's a let off for Clonlara because they're after getting the ball gifted back to them. It's Colm Galvin. He's going to look upside. He's got Michael Collins inside. Tygo Hulacan gets a good touch for a second, but Tots is in there for his first touch. It's not the greatest of touches, and Peter Casey picks it up. Peter Casey gets it off to Gudgie, and Gudgie with a great touch, and he's got two Ballyea men outside him. One of those is Dara Moylan. Dara gets it right down here. There's 3 Clonlara and 2 Ballyea. And it's Clonlara that pick it up, and it's Aidan Moriarty who's sitting very, very deep here with that threat of Kelly. He gives it off to Colm O'Mara. Colm O'Mara, and he just got caught there. He slipped at the very, very wrong time. Couldn't get a pass away. Anyway, it was going to fall to a Ballyea man, so it's going to be a free. It's going to another opportunity.
It's an important free too for Tony Kelly. I mean, it's an important free for Ballyea. they're being outfought and outplayed for the opening quarter, and they're lucky to be only 4 back. Quick free from Tony.
Yeah, and he's going to find Carl Doohan here, but it's not the greatest of ball because it's going to go into the corner. Now, Doohan needs a better strike at this one. Will he get a strike at all? He won't, because Clonlara are hunting in packs here. Oh, he does get it the second attempt. Oh, he's going to be pulled down here, surely, and it is. And why would you foul in the corner? But Paul McNamara does.
Foul a man that you know, with the greatest respect, isn't going to score anyway. He's not a shooter, shall we say. So just stand him up. Silly from Clonlara. And, this free will suit Tony Kelly because of the wind, and I imagine this will be Ballyea's second point.
Well, the fact is that it's going to be Tony Kelly's first point, and you wouldn't have said that after 17 minutes. It would have been a surprising statistic, but it is the case.
I did say God had to come down and mark him. You might look up to the skies. There might be someone out there.
Well, it's a good high praise on Oisin O'Brien, that's for certain.
He'll like that one, yeah.
He will. He'll enjoy that. We're in the 18th minute now, and it's Tony Kelly on the 20-metre line, but obviously at a very acute angle, and you can see the wind whistling through the jersey. This time it is over, and it is Tony Kelly, and it is a point. It's his first, and it's Ballyea's second in a settling one, and now we're back to the one score. Kevin Corrie says way too fast.
Yeah, well, you see, referees have that instruction. If it's a score, you wait for the whistle. If it's a wide, take it as quick as you like. And in fairness to refs, once they're consistent with it, you have no issue with that, And if Kevin Corrie is consistent with that the whole game for that, that's fair for both sides.
Yeah, he's going to go short this time. Now, gets it off to Logan Ryan. And Logan Ryan took a lot of steps out of it and is punished. And all of a sudden, from Clonlara being 5-1 up, it could be 5-3 all of a sudden.
Yeah, and in control at 5-1 up. And now, as you say, back-to-back frees, Tony. This one is pretty straightforward. I'd imagine you'd kick it over, so he'll definitely he'll definitely be able to fire it over.
Well, Kevin Corrie says get off the field. And he's right. Nobody allowed on. Water boys have been booked for less.
Yeah, and physios have been booked. Physios have been booked.
Yeah, so here we go, and it's 20
I wouldn't know anything about getting yellow cards.
You wouldn't. You go straight for the big one.
I walked into that.
Here we go. I've it already written down. So
you have it 5-3 before he hits it.
Oh my God!
That's what you call is the commentator's curse.
He's actually put it wide.
And I can vouch for people who can't see. You did have it wrote down. You have to scribble it out, and I'm delighted for you.
Well, that's an unusual one. It's like he missed at the far end, no doubt about it. But that's his third wide now, and it's a worrying trend for Ballyea, and that's gone straight through Cathal Doohan. It's gone out for a line ball, and from what could have been just 2 points between the sides. This one's it's kind of real scrappy at the moment. It's Daniel Costello. Can he settle things down again? Gets it off to Cathal Doohan. Again, it's not a great strike. And it's straight to Aidan Moriarty. And it's, as I mentioned, it is kind of a bit higgly-piggly at the moment, but it's Pádraig O'Loughlin. Can he get his first score? This would settle it up. No, it's gone wide because it's that umpire.
Is this the senior hurling quarterfinal or the junior C hurling quarterfinal? Well, because some of the shooting has just been wayward, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. And a sixth wide for Clonlara. Now, there's a bit of a foot race here between Logan Ryan and Cian Kirby. Cian Kirby got 4 points against Crackler last time out. He gives it off to Pierce Lillis. Lillis back to Gudgie. Oh, that's a block and a half by Jayton McMahon, and gets the free as well. That's an inspirational score and breaks a hurley, which is a rare thing in senior hurling as well.
Yeah, very rare, and that's a score to lift your teammates. You call it there inspirational, or not a score, a block. It's as good as a score. When you get that last ditch block in, it lifts everyone around you, gives you that oxygen, and look, Ballyea will still be relatively happy on, because Clonlara have a lot of the hurling done 20 minutes in, a wind at your back, you only up by 3. You know, this could be squeaky bum time yet.
Well,
later on, I do mean.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens here, because Dylan McMahon has a free. He has hit the post with one of them so far. Now, let's see where this one goes, because he hit the post from a lot further out, so he definitely has the distance. Does he have the accuracy? Not on this occasion, because that's going to go to the left and wide. It's a 7th wide for Clonlara. Not a good statistic, considering that they have had problems with wides in the championship so far, and even in the Clare Cup final, which they won. Now, Gudgie gets it off to Fikra Kirby. Fikra Kirby had to have a think about it, and he's under a bit of pressure here. Oh, gives it straight to Diarmuid Stritch, and he doesn't do too much with it. Fikra Kirby makes up for the error that he had a minute ago. This time gets it off to Darren Moylan. He will not get through that hole anyway, that's for certain, because it's Daniel Maloney that picks it up. Maloney gives it off. Oh, that's a clever ball from Ian Galvin. Gives it off to Michael Collins. Michael Collins, can he put a score on? No, he can't. It's gone wide, and it's an 8th wide. And suddenly, from a very, very comfortable position, Clonlara are racking up the wides.
Oh, Lord.
It's a straight out to Colm O'Marin. Can he put it over? Yes, he can.
Finally.
Relief for Clonlara and relief for us. It's a first score in 9 minutes for Clonlara. A much needed one. It is 6-2. It means that there's 2 scores between the teams, but it's been very, very scrappy from both sides, you'd have to say, in the last couple of minutes. Barry Coote, there's a lot of sky in this one, and it's come off a helmet there first, but it's Gudgy that picks it up. It's going to be a free for definite. He was dragged down with him, and that's the second time that Gudgy has won such a free. He's a very, very clever player.
Very, very clever, and plenty of strength, and Gudgy brought him to floor. And look, this is suiting Ballyea though, because Clonlara, the amount of wides, they probably should be out of sight at this stage. They're not, and Ballyea clever, like winning that free. Gudgy killing the clock, probably 60 seconds before Tony fires it. It's clever game management from Robbie and the Ballyea setup.
Now, he's had a mixed day on free so far, Tony Kelly. He's put 2 wide, but he has scored one. What can he do with this one? That is going to go right over the black spot. There's no doubt about it this time. It's 6-3. We're back to a 1-score game. And as Derek said, Ballyea will be very happy because Clonlara have a big breeze at their back. Alan Murnane goes right down to the corner, and that's where Michael Collins is. Who did that come off? Tygo Hulacan, who thinks he has the line ball. He's not too happy with Niall Malone's decision. And it's Michael Collins that has this line ball. What's the movement like for Clonlara?
There is no movement. Like, that's the thing. He's looking up there. There are no options, and he's had to hit it into traffic. And
but what a pickup from Stritch. Stritch has got a bit of movement. Look at that. He's had his 2 catches. This would be a fantastic score.
What a score.
What a score from what a player. He is a real find. What a score. He just picked it up from nothing, made a bit of space, and from nothing gets his 3rd point of the game.
He hadn't room to swing the hurley. There was 4 or 5 Ballyea players around him when he gathered the position, and just fleet of foot on. Do you know that mobility in the feet to buy that split yard to put it over, split second time, and super score.
This is the ball they've hit all day, and it's Aidan Moriarty that's lively to it. And it's not a ball that has worked out too well for Ballyea. They're trying to hit the space for Kelly to get into, but in fairness to Clonlara, Aidan Moriarty is sitting back in the pocket. But he, whatever.
I think you just don't comment on that and just pretend it never happened.
Well, I'm thinking he wished it never happened either, because there's a reason centre backs don't take line balls, and that's one of them. Tony Kelly has certainly have a line ball in his locker as a Munster final. Will attest to. He's after standing on a Clonlara hurley as he does it. Daniel Costa doesn't know where that is, but Colm Galvin certainly does. A sparring partner in midfield for Tony Kelly. What a throwaway to Aidan Murray. Oh, look at him again. He's balletic.
Strictly come Stritch. That's what it should be called.
Stritchly come dancing. Oh, that's a great pick up from Dylan McMahon.
He's learning from Stritch.
He is. And it's looking for Ian Galvin. Oh no, that's not good news for Ballyea. If that is Paul Flanagan down, he wouldn't go down very, very likely. So if he's clutching, it seems to be his arm, is it?
Yeah, I think he might have got a little accidental clip as Ian Galvin was trying to shield the ball, show the body, let the ball in past him to pick it up. But the highlight of this half is Dermot Stritch. I mean, only for him we'd be asleep. Like, let's be honest.
well, for anyone to be asleep, can't be us anyway. And it's an opportunity just to fill the lungs again, because it mightn't have been the most high scoring of halves, but it certainly has been plenty of intensity and plenty of drama. Maybe it's just the evenly matched factor that's going to be throughout this game, you'd imagine, when Ballyea have that win in the second half. And it's O'Connell to Brown, and Brown puts it up, and they're all kind of low percentage ball for Ballyea players. And it's going to be a free in. And look who has the ball in his hand is Niall Deasy. And Niall Deasy, that's his first touch.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But I don't think he's right. I don't think he should.
he's
You know,
not.
I don't think he should be on the field. To be honest, for me, you put your 100% fit bodies out in the field. Doesn't matter who it is. If they're not 100% fit, they can't give you 100%, and you need 100% to win a match. That's just my opinion. I think he's a passenger in there, and he's not even hitting free, so it makes no sense to me.
Well, Cahill Doohan is also a bit gingerly on the leg there. There's a few casualties around at the moment, but look, we soldier on, and it's Kelly that has the opportunity here to bring it back to that one-score game, and that will suit Ballyea as we're into the 27th minute now. They're after playing against the Breeze, and if you said we'll only be 3 points down at half-time, they'll have snatched your arm off, Derek.
Would they be brave to snatch my arm off? But yeah, I agree with you on. Yeah.
7-4 here. Alan Murnane now. Clonlara are going to need a big couple of minutes before half-time to just justify the wind advantage at their backs. Colm O'Mara looked to have a spectacular kind of a catch, but didn't actually catch the ball. And instead, it's going to be Morgan Gary. Morgan Gary looks down that left wing, and that's where Aidan Moriarty's hunting, but it's Cian Kirby that picks it up there. What great pace from him. Gives it off to Costello. Costello's looking inside, and Feaker Kirby for a second has a bit of a goal. Oh, but didn't pick up the ball correctly in the first attempt. Well, here we go again. It's kind of a speculative one. It's not the greatest of efforts from Cian Kirby. But for a second there, Feaker Kirby almost had a goal chance. Can there be one at this end? No, says Jack Brown, because Paul Flanagan got the vital touch, but it's Brown that bringing out that ball, and he's under a little bit of pressure. But if there's anyone going to bring it out, but it's Ian Galvin that's put him under pressure. Cahill O'Connell, if he can put this over, would be a great turnover. It is, and a fantastic score. And what an inspired substitution for him to come on. They put pressure on Brown, and that's the difference up there.
Yeah, great risk from Cahill O'Connell, in fairness to him, Tots. Like he just, overturned the ball and nonchalantly flicked it over the bar. Ballyea are struggling in their puckouts. Here's a golden opportunity of a goal.
It's a ball breaking in, and it's Pádraig O'Loughlin, and what a save from Barry Coote. He's only back in for this game, but what a save from him. Colm Galvin got the break from the puck out, but it's Pádraig O'Loughlin. He was straight through a wing back, and you're thinking, maybe that's the reason.
Yeah, but he just, in fairness, great work to win the puck out from Clonlara. Lovely timing of the pass, setting up O'Loughlin. He has to go across the goalkeeper on low and across the keeper. He doesn't. He goes the near side, mishits it. Great save by Coote, standing up, making himself big. But O'Loughlin should have really been going across the keeper there.
Could that be a decisive moment in this game? If Clonlara go in 1-8 to 4 points at half time, it would take a monumental effort from Ballyea to make a comeback. There's going to be 2 minutes of injury time here, so that means there's 3 minutes in total for the remainder of this half. Cahill O'Connell is going to take this 65. So interesting to see how he'll get on. It's his first attempt at the post from a place ball. So 8 scores, 8 wides. How will it swing this time around? 65.
Straight over.
It's over the bar, and it's 9-4. And suddenly the gap is starting to appear again, but as we said, they needed a big couple of minutes.
They did, indeed. Look, Ballyea are struggling on the puck out. Look, they're allowed to go short this time, but where are they going to go with the second ball? Only into traffic.
Well, this time does, and Flanagan finds Pierce Lillis, and Pierce Lillis now can get inside to Cian Kirby. Cian Kirby
Lovely
catches
take.
a lovely one. Gets away from Logan Ryan. Is that going to curl in? It is, and it's a perfect one.
Ballyea's best score of the half, in fairness. Lovely pop ball from Morgan Gary down to him. Great take from Kirby. Bought himself the time, over the shoulder. Lovely score, and a much needed one.
Absolutely. Wow, we're into the 30th minute. It's 9 points to 5 here. But it's Cahill O'Connell. He's certainly growing his influences in this game. Pádraig O'Loughlin getting inside. Oh, for a second there. Paul Flanagan thought he was secure with it, but there's another man down here, and it's Peter Casey. There seems to be guys dropping all over the place, and Aidan Moriarty gets ahead of Kelly, and there's a bit of afters between Kelly and Moriarty there. There's a good bit of bite to this game.
Isn't Flanagan a fair detail? In fairness to him, he's stuck to the player of the championship. I mean, Ian Galvin has lit up the championship for Clonlara. He hasn't given him a split second on the ball. He's physically able to hold him. He has the legs to follow him, and Flanagan is one of the main reasons that Ballyea are only 4 down.
Yeah. And they've an opportunity.
That and Clonlara's shooting efficiency has been really poor.
Yeah, 8 wides, as we already mentioned. Tony Kelly's going to have a pot at this one. Now, it would be quite ambitious considering the strength of that breeze, but if anyone's going to hit it, it could be Tony Kelly. Now,
yeah, and he'll probably
this
kill
could be
it.
the perfect ball for Niall Deasy. If he isn't that mobile, he can certainly catch ball, and there's no better guy in the championship than to do so. Now, Kelly, it is going to drop. Where is it going to drop is the thing. Deasy's there, but it's cumbersome at best. Now, is there anyone minding the house? No, as it seems. Oisin O'Brien here is under a little bit of pressure. Going to be a 65.
That's good work from Ballyea. Like good harassing, not letting the ball out, not letting the defence get out easy, forcing the 65. And Ballyea will be happy enough now. We've only 35, 40 seconds. The 65 could be the closing action of the half. And if you were to say if they nail this, they'll win by only down by 3.
Yeah.
Clonlara, a lot of possession, a lot of wides. And Ballyea all at sea, but yet only down by 3.
Well, it's going to be the last action of the half, you'd imagine, because we have reached the 32 minutes, the 2 allocated additional. So if Tony Kelly can make this a 1-score game by half time, it would certainly, but it is gone over. I was
you were doubting him. You crossed him out earlier on when you wrote in, and this time, yeah.
9-6 from 9-4 all of a sudden, and there is going to be one more play, but Colin O'Mara is not going to be able to reach that one, and it is Morgan Gary that picks up the ball. He has Jack Brown, who has been pretty much everywhere here, cleaning up in that first half. He gets off to Lillis, but Lillis doesn't see Dylan McMahon behind him. Jathan McMahon picks it up. Now gets it off to Oisin O'Brien, and Oisin O'Brien moving it down towards Ian Galvin. He hasn't got much purchase, and now he hasn't even got a hurley in his hand. And Kevin Curry says that's even the last straw. He says he's not going to do any solo here today.
Yeah, if there's no hurley, we won't continue the game.
Well, it hasn't been the brilliant best half of hurling we've seen in the championship, but Wind Assisted Clonlara go in 9 points to 6 at half time, and that's
which camp would you be happier if you were a supporter of either?
Most definitely Ballyea.
Yeah,
you've got a strong breeze at your
be.
back. The Clonlara have done all the hurling, but yes, there's only 3 points between the sides. They'll be licking their lips, Robbie Hogan and co, as they go in at half time. We're going to watch the under-10s here. You're going to watch the highlights at half time. Come back to us again for the second half. It's still delicately poised
back
here.
For Strictly Come Stritch.
But at the moment, it's Clonlara 9 points, Ballyea 6. We'll see you again in a few minutes' time.
Martin Williams Concrete Products Limited is a family-run business based in County Clare, Ireland, specialising in precast concrete solutions for a wide range of industries. Over 2 decades of experience. Established in 1998, they actively listen to customer needs and continuously research innovative ways to improve their offerings. They have a strong local reputation for reliability and customer service, deep knowledge of the building sector, which they're happy to share with clients. If you're working on a building or landscaping project and need durable, locally made concrete products, they might be worth checking out.
Ennis Electrical, best prices on appliances, huge savings on premium brands. Ennis Electrical is a family-run business who pride themselves on good customer relations. Ennis Electrical are part of Expert, one of the largest electrical retailers in Ireland.
He's accurate. It's tossed already. That ball falls to Stritch. Now, what will Stritch do with it? He's going to have a shot at the post. He missed the first one. He's not going to miss the second one. Can he pick it up now? He hasn't got much space off Paul Flanagan so far.
Guaranteed
Can he get a score? He does. Chance for a second. Now, Dermot Stritch. He's about 50 metres out. Dermot Stritch. He puts it on. See the wind whistling through the jersey. This time it is over. Up to Wise.
Oh, Lord.
And it's a straight out to Cullum O'Mara. Can he put it over? Yes, he can.
Finally.
Really? But too wide. He has scored one. What can he do with this one? That is going to go right over the black spot. There's no doubt about it this time. A bit of movement. Look at that. He's had these 2 catches. This would be a fantastic score.
What a score.
What? We'll only be 3 points down at half time. They'll snatch your arm off, Derek.
It'd be brave.
Ian Galvin will put him under pressure. Carl O'Connell, if he can put this over, would be a great turn up. 65.
Straight over.
It's over the bar. Keane Kirby
Lovely
catches
take.
the lovely one. Gets away from Logan Ryan. Is that going to curl in? It is. It's a perfect one.
Ballyea's best score of the half.
If Tony Kelly can make this a 1-score game by half time, it would certainly, but it is gone over. You're very, very welcome back here to what is now an inclemently wet Zimmer Biomet Parky Soulby.
Inclemently. Where'd you get that word?
Looking up in the Ultrasaurus there, Derek. Ballyea are back in the field, and now Clonlara joined them. Ballyea don't have any changes at half time, and it doesn't seem like Clonlara do either for the moment. Outside, of course, of Cathal O'Connell, who came on after 10 minutes for Kieran Galvin, who went off injured. It's as you were for the second half, but this time it's Ballyea that have the breeze at their back. It's 9 points to 6 in favour of Clonlara. Kevin Curry is just waiting for the OK, and he's also waiting for Aidan Moriarty to come on the field, and there's another player missing as well. So, there's Dylan McMahon coming on as well. Just have a breakdown of those first half scores, because Diarmuid Stritch had 3 points for Clonlara.
The majestic Stritch.
Cathal O'Connell finished off the half with their last 2 points. One of those was a 65, and then you had 1 point each for Michael Collins, who scored after about 20 seconds. Dylan McMahon, Ian Galvin and Colm O'Mara, and only 3 scores for Ballyea. Tony Kelly with 4, all from place balls, 3 frees and 65. Pierce Lillis and Cian Kirby. And it's already Ballyea on the attack, and it's Fiachra Kirby, one of those that hasn't scored. Gets the ball into Gerard O'Connell. Can he get it underway? And he looks like he was. Kevin Curry is looking both ways at the moment.
I stay with the row.
And he's blown it up before that shot was even taken. There's a row here in the middle of the field, and already it's getting to know you. Oisin O'Brien in the middle of it.
Oisin O'Brien and Tony Kelly went at it. Oisin gave a dig to Tony as it ended. Tony unceremoniously gave one back to O'Brien, and everyone got involved. And it was a belt to the hurley. And, let's see, does Kevin Curry do anything about it? I'd imagine 2 yellows on.
Well, even on the sideline here, the tensions are up. And Barry Keaton is trying to sort it all out here between Donal Madden and Diarmuid O'Sullivan. And on the field, it's Tony Kelly and Oisin O'Brien that are going to go into the book in some regard, at least.
Quartabui.
Niall Malone advising him there, and because he was looking both ways. He was trying to look at the play. He was trying to look back at the row. He couldn't be everywhere, but he has good officials. It's a yellow card, the most sensible approach. The old 2 yellow cards, and it's Tony Kelly and Oisin O'Brien, and it's as you were. And who's he going to give it to? Because Clonlara or Ballyea had the ball in their hands, so is it going to be
an indirect free?
He's
not going to score from there anyway.
So who takes it? They're going to have to mark, and it's going to have to be good here. Do Clonlara know it's an indirect free? Because there's no point standing in front of it. Now, that's brilliant from Fiachra Kirby. Fiachra Kirby has a bit of space. Can he get a first score in the second half? It's a great score. He picks it up from Tony Kelly, and we had a bit of scrappiness going on there, but a brilliant take from Fiachra Kirby. It's his first point. The game is back. The difference, only 2 points between them. Alan Murnane goes out to the left, and that's where Colm Galvin is. It's a brilliant first touch from Colm Galvin. He gets it back to Dylan McMahon. Dylan McMahon sidesteps Pierce Lillis. Gets a little bit of a slap going by. But, that's a great ball out to Daniel Maloney. Daniel Maloney looking inside for Tots, and Tots has the ball. Cathal O'Connell, can he have a shot at the post? He scored the last 2 points of the half for Clonlara. He's after putting this one wide. It's a 9th wide for Clonlara.
Yeah, and that was beautiful hurling from Clonlara, working it through the lines. What Ballyea failed to do in the first half, creating a golden opportunity. But the consistency in the shooting, again, letting Clonlara down.
Ball going all the way down. Here's the half back line. And there's a beautiful take from Pádraig O'Loughlin. He had that goal chance at the last minute of the half as well. Colm O'Mara was fouled, but it was a beautiful take from Pádraig O'Loughlin.
Yeah, up to the heavens, so up like a salmon into the lob, and had the presence of mind to pop off the sliotar before you get called for overcarrying. This game is going to go down to the melting pot. I genuinely thought with that wind in the first half, Clonlara might be at 8 or 9 ahead. They're only 2 ahead, and every score is going to be crucial.
Yeah, well, it's Jayton McMahon that's going to take this one. We remember his inspirational block in the opening half. He was also obviously the captain in 2023 when they won the title for the first time in 15 years, when he used to sit in the cup for his relation Paul Collins as well. He gets it off to Michael Collins. And Michael Collins has it because his markers after slipping. Tyga Houlihan's down. Michael Collins scored the first point for Clonlara, and he's got the first one in the second half as well. And that's what he's all about, Derek.
Yeah, great ball. A lovely use of the free diagonally across the field. Collins, first touch into the lob. Second touch, bought himself the time. Third touch, fired it over the bar. Lovely score. And the more of that, the better. More we see of that, the better one.
Again, Clonlara winning those restarts, and it's been a feature of the entire championship so far. Their half back line has been sensational. That isn't the most thrillings of ball, I must say, from Jathan McMahon. This time around, Jack Brown has hoovered up a lot of ball today. He gets it off to O'Hulican. O'Hulican picks out Gudgie. He thought he had more time than he did, but cleverly gets the ball back to Peter Casey. They're always looking up for someone there, but the movement hasn't been brilliant so far. And look at that from Colm Galvin. Colm Galvin has Dylan McMahon inside him. McMahon's going to go. He's flying it at the moment. He's got 4 Ballyea men around him. He's going to take a score, and that's one of the scores of the game for Clonlara.
Yeah.
It couldn't have come at a better time, and now they're 4 between the sides again.
Yeah, that's a momentum lifting score. Lovely pop passing. Great work by McMahon, and you know to have the composure to fire it off the hurley like that. And yeah, it's going to be lively second half. Thank God on.
Cathal Doohan gets that ball down to the corner, and he's looking for Tony Kelly. Kelly is followed all the way by Oisin O'Brien. They're both on yellow, so they'll have to be careful. But there's extra cover there in Aidan Moriarty. He's been there all day. He's not going to get a free in this occasion. The two of them are clashing, but it's Aidan Moriarty. He's played a fantastic game of covering. He hits the ball out over the line, but it's going to be a free according to Kevin Curry. So I'm not sure if Clonlara realised that they were willing to give the line ball.
He had the hand up for advantage, and he obviously deemed there was no advantage, accruing, should we say, and he's gone back for the free.
They're doing a good job on Tony Kelly because Oisin O'Brien is following him, but Moriarty is not that far away at any stage.
Yeah, but the reason I know, and I'm not trying to pick out individuals or anything like that on, but the reason they can do that is because Niall Deasy is no threat, because he's no legs, he can't move, and if you have a player who can't move, you don't really have to mark him, do you? So you can double up on someone else.
I don't know why you were looking at me when you said that. Anyway, it's going to be Alan Murnane, the former Partine man, has driven it. He was on the management last year. He's on the field this year, and he surely picked that up off the ground. I know, says Kevin Curry. How else would he have got that ball up?
You have to love referees.
That's his win. He's after winning his third free, though. Garrod O'Connell. He's got a right smile on his face, and you can see why. It's a fantastic free from Ballyea's perspective. Clara are utterly frustrated with that.
When you say he's after winning his third free, he actually did win all 3 because none of the 3 were frees, but Gudgie somehow made him into frees.
And that's why he's the captain. Very, very inspirational player at all times. Now, Tony Kelly and his own half back line. From this particular angle, Dylan McMahon hit the upright in the opening half, and it turned out to be a score for Ian Galvin, his only score of the game. Now, let's see, can Tony Kelly get his 5th score? He's certainly got the distance. Has he got the accuracy? The umpire was waving wide before the ball was even hit.
He was doing what you do. He writes it down and all.
It's Ballyea's first wide of the second half. They won't be too perturbed. There's only into the 7th minute now at this stage. And now, what can happen here? Oh, Diarmuid Stritch nearly had one of his pirouetting pickups there for a second, but no, it's Ballyea to come away with that ball, and it's Tygo Hulican. He gets it off to Brown. Brown has been a magnet for the ball. That isn't the best delivery in the world, but he knows that DC has a paw on him, and DC is well marshalled by Paul McNamara. Just gets that vital touch to make sure that Niall Deasy didn't get the ball. Murnane picks it up, and Galvin is lethal at getting that ball out there. He gives it off to Michael Collins, and Michael Collins has certainly got legs, and he's followed all the way by Tony Kelly. He's probably going to be a teammate of him next year for the inter-county scene if Collins can continue his form. And this man, Paul Flanagan, was part of it as well. He picked up the ball but was brought out of play by Ian Galvin, and it's going to be a line ball for Clonlara. They'll be happy enough with the start, Derek. It's 4 points between the sides again, having Ballyea scored that first point of the second half.
Yeah, and Clonlara are smart into this win. They're working it through the lines, and as I said, they do have those legs. So, when Collins gets the ball anywhere in the middle third, he can carry it. It can move you up the field, and it's crucial when you're playing into such a strong wind to have runners, and Clonlara certainly have players with legs.
There's no doubt in the tactics of Ballyea in the second half. They had DC plant right at the edge of the square, and they're going to try and pump ball down, and if it breaks, they're hoping for Cian Kirby to pick up off it.
Yeah, and that's it. And look, if DC catches one ball, it's into the back of the net. The thing is, it's an if. Can he catch it? Absolutely, if the ball is dropped in his head. But if it's left or right of him, he can't move on. He simply cannot move.
Okay, well, Jack Brown is certainly going to give it an effort here. He's a lot further out than the last one. Now, gives it plenty of sky. It's going to go a long way towards it anyway. Paul and Ed Moriarty is up there again, and Moriarty has been everywhere here for Clonlara. Well, that ball, then nobody's mind in the house, and DC does get a touch on it for a second there, but Logan Ryan shrugs off the challenge of DC, gets it off to Jathan McMahon, and he doesn't pick it up first time, but gets a break off Gudgie for the second one, and it's Dylan McMahon. Oh, there's a blow, and Tony Kelly want to be careful here because he's already on a yellow.
Yeah, and look,
I think the Clonlara players are letting him know.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, this is the greatest respect, the fact that he is Tony Kelly, he will not get the second yellow off Kevin Corrie. But I would say that any other player would have got it. I mean, it was a swipe with the hurley. It is a yellow card offence. He's lucky to get away with it on.
Well, it's probably what Kieran Ledan is going to say here will decide Kevin Corrie, and he will trust Kieran because he's a clubmate of his in 6 Mile Bridge, so he's going to have a conversation anyway.
There's no way he sends off the man that lifted Liam McCarthy last year on.
Well,
okay.
Well, I mean, if you're going by the letter of the law.
When did you ever go by any law? It's just not going to happen.
Law of the land, whatever your law is. Well, let's see what
Tony
happens
is cleverly making his way far away from the scene of the event. And yeah, Kevin Corrie and Niall Malone or Kieran Ledan have consulted, and that's that on. Case dismissed.
Well, meanwhile, there has been a substitute, and Dara Dillon, who started all the games for Clonlara, he's after coming on in place of Daniel Maloney. They made a substitute after 10 minutes in the first half. They've done the same in the second half. And Dylan McMahon does take the free that he earned himself. It is dropped, and you can see the strength of that breeze there. Collins had it for a second, but Morgan Gary picks up the break, gives it off to Darren Moylan, and Darren Moylan is passing his own half 65, and he's now onto the opposition one. What a tackle from Colm O'Mara. Was patient with that one all the way, and he gets off to Ian Galvin, who was very, very deep, and it's off to their top scorer, and Dermot Stritch has 5 men around him every time he has the ball. Will he win a free? No, says Kevin Corrie. And here it is, and it's Tony Kelly that has his own half back line. This could be an inspiration. Well, if he can get it down here, he's looking for DC, and DC says even DC knows that that's gone wide, and Tony Kelly hasn't scored from play in this game. And Ballyea, to be honest, are struggling for scores down there at the moment. Now, Logan Ryan, and that's going to be cut out just as it was in the first half. Well, I suspected it might be, but luckily, and that's another miss there. Ballyea on characteristic stuff.
Pickup.
But look where Ian Galvin is again. He's out there. Now, Dermot Stritch, can he get his 4th point? That's going to hold up in the breeze there. Is there anyone going to be on top of him? Barry Coote's going to pick it up for certain, and Kyle O'Connell is going to follow him, but it's going to get it out to Paul Flanagan, and Paul Flanagan is in the corner. Oh, it's a great block from Colm O'Mara. He's had some big moments, this man. He scored a point as well, and he gets that ball off. Oh, no.
You won't get a soft free anyway off Kevin Corrie.
No,
we'll say
you
that
won't,
much.
you won't. You have to draw blood to get a free around this part. And here it's Oisin O'Brien. Oisin O'Brien has made it tough stuff, but Fiachra Kirby's making him all the way, and it's Logan Ryan that comes out again. Surely that's a free. It was unintentional from Niall Deasy, but a trip is a trip, whether it's an accident or on purpose.
Yeah, and it's still, Clonlara will be delighted. We have 12 minutes in, and they have a 4-point lead.
They do, and
they've
Dylan
increased
McMahon,
it.
quick free off to Colm Galvin, a brilliant crossfield ball for his own brother. The telepathy there between the brothers is unquestioned, but what is questioned is did he pick that ball off the ground?
He has to go away and get lessons off Gudgie how to pick a ball up.
And win a free.
Yeah.
Well, the ball is brought up there because Dara Dillon tried to interfere with it as well, and Jack Brown knows where this is going. It's got snow, it's got DC written all over it, and it's going towards the edge of the square. But again, Paul McNamara gets the vital touch. He doesn't manage to get into his hand though. But it's Cian Kirby. Cian Kirby has it. He's surrounded by 3 men. Now DC has it. It's going to be his first strike. Can he make a goal chance here? Because it's fallen. Oh, it's a brilliant goal. What a goal at the right time for Morgan Gary. And you couldn't have seen that coming, but it's absolutely fantastic stuff. And the lead is back to 1.
And Niall Deasy, who I would have taken off 40 minutes ago, provides the assist. In fairness, when he gathered the possession, I knew there was trouble. The strength of Deasy, then the hurling IQ to find the man on the outside of his shoulder. Poor puck out here. There could be an awful
my
trouble.
goodness. And all of a sudden, DC's come into fire. It's picked up here. He pulled his leg, surely. And it could be level. There was 4 points between it 30 seconds ago. And look at this for a turnaround.
That's a most shift in momentum, isn't it, Owen?
It's going to be a free in, and what a turnaround here. You just couldn't believe it. Cian Kirby.
Colm O'Mara is after coming over to the sideline and telling the management, what are you doing going short on the puck outs? We're stacked in the middle third, let it long. 2 puck outs, 2 short ones, ball in the back of net from one. Level and score from the other one.
A levelling score, and who else but Tony Kelly. And suddenly, from a situation where you couldn't see where Ballyea's next score were going to come from.
Yeah, dead and buried. I thought we were just going to, this game was going to peter out to its inevitable conclusion.
It's never over till it's over when it comes to Ballyea. Alan Murnane with an absolute boomer, which kind of justifies Colm O'Mara's point, because Colm O'Mara's after winning himself, he looks to be motivated. He thought about just giving it a lash, but put it inside there, and Ballyea are cleaning up again. Peter Casey and Paul Flanagan doing a sterling job, gets it off to Pierce Lillis, and there's an extra pep in Ballyea's step. All of a sudden, what can Oisin O'Brien do here? Oh, he got a little bit lucky there. Oh, but he's got experience, but he doesn't have the ball, and that's more important, because Fiachra Kirby does pick up possession. He gives it off to Kelly, and Kelly is got in for the corner. This could be sensational stuff. Kelly!
Oh, what a goal!
Collie Kelly, what a goal! You will not believe it. Oh my word!
Good God!
He only one thing in his mind when he picked up that ball.
Blink of an eye. I mean, I look. You can. Ronaldo's, Messi's, I don't care, Tom Brady's, Michael Phelps, it doesn't matter. When you come to see hurling, you see Tony Kelly. Good divine God, what a goal.
Top corner stuff, 2-1 in the space of 2 minutes. And suddenly this game has been completely turned on its head, because Ballyea are 3 in front, and Darragh Moylan can give it off to Kirby. Can Kirby make it 2-2 in a matter of minutes? Yes, he can. He can. It's 2-9 to 11 points. If you weren't here, you wouldn't believe what was happening here, Derry.
Can you just call out the score again? Because when I looked at the board about 90 seconds ago, it was 11-7. What's it? 2-9 to 11?
It's unbelievable stuff. It's 2-9 to 11 points. Just an unbelievable turnaround as we enter the final quarter of this game. It couldn't look anything else but a Clonlara victory, and now it's been completely turned, and Ballyea have an extra pep. Everything they do is working out for them. Kelly has the ball again, or does he? Now, Daniel Costello. Clonlara need a bit of leadership here at the moment, because they just have had a couple of hairy moments, and one of those guys that looks really motivated is Colm O'Mara. He gets the ball down to the corner, and again Flanagan's going to win that tussle. He's had a great game, Paul Flanagan. He's really frustrated Ian Galvin, and Darragh Moylan gets it up there to Daniel Costello. Daniel Costello from halfway, he hasn't scored. He's not going to do so with that effort either, but at least the ball is kept down here.
Catch my breath on, and unbelievable the way this game has shifted and turned, and this is what you come to see. Championship hurling now, cutthroat at its best. 14 minutes to go. Who wants it? Do Clonlara have the bottle to get back in this contest?
Well, we bemoan the fact that the quality wasn't great in the first half, but the quality all of a sudden has been totally blown out of the water by that Kelly goal. It was a phenomenal goal, and Kevin Curry even wants a bit of a breath here. And Tony Kelly.
Go to any venue in any county to watch Tony Kelly's goal. How? First of all, to pick it up where he did on the touchline, then to evade the first tackle, an injection of pace that Usain Bolt would be proud of, and a finish. My good God, it was like he fired a bullet just out of a sniper's rifle or something. It was ridiculous.
Oh, unbelievable stuff. Well worth watching back on the stream, that's for certain.
Oh, that goal will go viral.
Well, here we go. And Colm O'Mara again, he's had and he does win a free, and Colm O'Mara has been one of those leaders now in the last couple of minutes, even with that little burst to the sideline. He's one that's really fired up for this one and is looking to kind of make amends.
Yeah, he is, and that's what Clonlara do need. They do need leaders now, because again, we spoke of it beforehand, this is the John Conlon factor. The concession of that goal, and all of a sudden Clonlara looked completely rattled. They needed someone to get a grip on it. Colm O'Mara won a crucial free, important to tap this over, and just realised that there's still 15 minutes to go here. We're only down 3.
It was a sucker punch. It was an 8-point turnaround in about 2.5 minutes. It was sensational stuff. It is a difficult one to pick yourself up from, but they do have the opportunity here to bring it back to a 1-score game. So, Cathal O'Connell, he does get that score. It's their first one since the 34th minute, and considering now it's the 48th.
That's 14.
It's a long way back.
I went to school, yeah.
You did. But did you stay there? That was the thing.
Did they keep me there?
Here we go. It's Barry Coote. He gets it all out to Peter Casey, and Peter Casey be eager to get this down into the mix, because they've had such joy here in the last couple of minutes. And Clonlara are in a little bit of mix-up again because that ball breaks inside. And look who it has. It's Cathal Doohan. And for a second there, it looked to be impeded. But no, Páirc Loughlin gets the ball away and rightly gets it off to O'Mara, who has been Clonlara's leader in the last couple of minutes. He shrugs off Dara Moylan and he's on a bit of a run here. Galvin has stopped his run and it allows O'Mara to keep going. He's no more catches left, but gets it off to Collins, who has plenty of pace to burn. He's going to be followed by Daniel Costello, but that's a great score made by O'Mara, and O'Mara to Michael Collins, and suddenly Michael Collins puts it back to 2 points, and that's more like it from Clonlara.
And you have to give some credit here to their defence, because they've been under siege with aerial bombs and they dealt with them so well, but there's only so long you can deal with them. And as we saw, DC got a bit of joy, set up the first goal, and then bang, another long ball causing problems. They dealt with that one. O'Mara gathered it here, host of Ballyea players around him, but to show the composure on, to keep the possession until he found a runner off the shoulder, and Collins an injection of pace over the bar.
Yeah.
Great score.
Substitution in the meantime. Mossy Gavin has come on for Cathal Doohan. And here around the middle is a real scrap for possession, and it's Cathal O'Connell. And look at that for a pick-up from Ian Galvin. Oh, and he's going to win a free as well. Yeah. That's normally the Gudgie bread and butter. Yeah. But he's been out-Gudgied on that occasion.
And they've brought him out because Paul Flanagan has done such an outstanding job in Ian Galvin. They've had to move him out the field to get some joy, get him on the ball. And look, this game is going to go right down to the wire. Have no doubt about that. There's, 2 in it?
2 in it, and we're entering the last 10 minutes here. Jayton McMahon has a free. He found a perfect ball with his last one that he placed, rather, but he's going to go a little bit more direct this time around, and in the square there doesn't seem to be any obvious target. Oh, it's a great take and a great shoulder from Tygo Hulacan. He gets it out to Pierce Lillis here on the right, and Lillis knows he has to get it right there into the mix, and look who's covering there back there at the moment, because that's where Colm Galvin has even gone back to help steady the ship a little bit. Paul McNamara gets it out to Logan Ryan. He gets it off to Collins, and Collins is under pressure to try and stay on it. Logan Ryan gets a little chip away, but that's where Pierce Lillis is. Oh, Dylan McMahon was also nearly conceded a free there by looking up at Kevin Curry, but it wasn't given. Kelly gets it off to Garol O'Connell. Garol O'Connell off to Kirby. Kirby, can he score? He does, and what a great score that is.
Yeah, that was just a score based on work rate and work rate alone. The surrounding, the harassing, swarming of the Clonlara players in possession, overturning the ball, and a lovely, cleverly executed pop hand pass from Gudgie to free up Kirby, plants his feet and plants it over the bar. Huge score in the context of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and a little bit more pressure here for the Clonlara full back line, who put themselves under and a bit of hairy moments there for Alan Murnane, and it doesn't get
They've lost all their shape on. Clonlara have completely lost their shape here in the middle third.
And now the ball in towards DC again. Oh, this time it's broken through, and Alan Murnane gets it off to Páirc Loughlin. This is what he wanted to do from the last short puck out. He gets it down towards Ian Galvin. Ian Galvin gets a little bit of a flick. He's looking for Stritch, and Stritch has been completely out of it in the last couple of minutes, but wins a line ball. There's 3 between the teams. We're now into the 52nd minute of this tie.
It's the erraticness or freneticness of it, if that's a word. But like
it is now anyway, because you mentioned it.
Well, it's suiting Ballyea.
Oh Lord, that's not a great
completely
ball.
Lost their shape, their structure, and without structure on, you have no hope of winning a game of hurling.
But what is Ian Galvin taking the ball that he should be inside to try and take the ball himself?
Exactly.
Anyway, his older brother is looking to pick up the pieces here, because he's kind of gone back as a bit of a quarterback here, just to settle things around, and that's a brilliant ball out to Alan Murnane. Colm O'Mara has no stick down in front of us here, but he's happy enough to play away without it. Now, down towards Stritch. That's not going to be a perfect ball for Stritch, but it is for Jack Brown. Jack Brown loves that ball every day of the week. He gets it off to Lillis. Lillis down to Kirby, and Kirby here is going to try and take on Logan Ryan. He's about 40 metres out, and he's going to try it. He's going to try and do the Tony Kelly. He's not. He's going to take it on, but he's actually after hitting that one wide. Yeah. He scored from a more difficult one just a few minutes ago, but he's after putting that one wide. It's a 4th wide and a half. They won't be too perturbed about that one, Ballyea. We're 52 minutes in. Their Ballyea are 3 points to the good, thanks to an almighty blitz of 2-2 in the space of 2.5 minutes. The puck out again, finding O'Mara. He's got a new hurley, but he hasn't worn it in yet because he didn't get a touch on it. But that ball went straight to Dylan McMahon. Dylan McMahon gets a lovely ball inside to Stritch. And now they didn't get much luck with Ian Galvin on and Flanagan. Can they do it with Dermot Stritch? He's looking for his 4th point of the day, and that's a perfect time to get it, because Clonlara need every score to get back into this game, and there's only 2 between them again.
Yeah, it's a good switch by the management, though. As I did say, Ian Galvin was getting no joy whatsoever off Flanagan. Stritch different sort of animal, and lovely ball into the corner, and he's 4th point. And look, Stritch and Clonlara are really stepping up to the plate from Clonlara. They just need someone. They need a score, an inspirational score, like Tony provided for Ballyea. Can Ian Galvin provide one for Clonlara?
Well, it is a great take. There's no doubt about it. He's looking for Michael Collins, but it would be Ballyea nearly got in each other's way there that time. Michael Collins picks up the pieces, and now we're back to 1, and the Michael Collins. It's unlike Ballyea to get confused like that, but we're 54 minutes in, and it's Michael Collins that makes it a 1-score game. 2-10 to 15 points, and Brian McLeish is coming on. He came on and got 2 points immediately against Crusheen the last time out. He's coming on for Jathan McMahon, so he won't be weakened whatsoever. He's going to be another threat here to Ballyea, who do lead by 1 point. They have the breeze at their back. There's 6 minutes left here. What can happen now?
Oh, anything can happen. If Tony Kelly's goal is anything to go by.
Absolutely. Now, Massey Gavin, can he get his first meaningful touch of the game? He does have it in his hand, and he gets it back to Gudgie. Gudgie has lost the ball, unfortunately, and it's that man O'Mara again. O'Mara has the opportunity to go. Can he find Collins? He instead goes back to McLeish. McLeish doesn't realise there's a man behind him. There's 2 men behind him, in fact, and one of those is Gudgie. He's been fighting for his life here for the entire game. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a throw-in. And we could all do with catching our breaths here for a second.
We actually could, in fairness. I mean, you could describe it as a slow burner. The first half you could have written all about.
There's a
That's what we're talking
good
about.
old-fashioned clash of the ash, and it's Aidan Moriarty of all people. It's up here in the forward line. Can he provide the equaliser? He's off balance.
Oh, what a
he
score!
does, and
What
Aidan
a
Moriarty
score!
out of a break makes
Unbelievable.
it a level score again. You just won't believe what's happening here in front of your eyes, and there's going to be another substitute.
The Kyle Hayes flick off the ground from him under immense pressure. Double substitution for Ballyea, Thomas Kelly and Aaron Griffin. Two players more renowned for football coming onto the pitch.
There's no doubt about it. They've conceded 5 of the last 6 points, so they need fresh legs on the field. There's no problem with players coming on. It's the problem players aren't coming off.
Now we have 17 on the field. There is nobody off.
Well,
yes, Niall Deasy has been called ashore. That's
Niall
one.
Deasy, yeah. So,
and, we're looking for the second sub. I think it's Dara Milan, and yeah, it looks to be Dara Milan.
but they're just making sure that the changes are there beforehand.
Niall Malone wasn't taking down his flag for love nor money, so.
Well, we've got 4 minutes of normal time, and whatever Kevin Curry's going to add on to this, and it's all square as we go down the final straight. We couldn't have asked for any better. Well, I don't know if we have the lung capacity for extra time. That's for certain. There's certainly snow on that one coming down. Clonlara have picked up most of them, but that one's going to go through for... Oh, no, he's changed his mind.
It was definitely a Clonlara ball, 100%. Because you can tell the player let it out.
But Pierce Lillis is letting him know that you did point it our way first.
Yeah. Pierce trying the fast one.
But I suppose interesting to note that the referees are all mic'd up, so he probably was told, oh my goodness, that's not the greatest one. And Dylan McMahon can certainly hit him. Not on that occasion. And now this time it's Thomas Kelly. Thomas Kelly, that's not a great ball. There's two Ballyea men together, but it's a good catch, is right. And he gets it off. Towards the goal scorer. Morgan Gary back to Gudgie. Gudgie, can he score? Would be a really, really important score. No, he's after putting it wide of the post, and he had no pressure. There was no one around him.
More substitutes on. Clonlara going to the bench yet again.
Owen Begley, it looks to be coming onto the field. Begley
Another
for
player,
Tots.
Yeah, another All-Ireland minor medal winner.
Owen Begley on the field for Cathal O'Connell, who came on early. Now, 3 minutes of normal time remaining. Dolan Madden here is playing midfield at the moment. That ball's after Reckon 2 to Dermot Stritch. You don't want that guy to pick up the ball. And Tygo Hulacan is struggling to get back at him. Darren Dillon doesn't pick it up. Oh my God. You couldn't believe this. They could have picked off that's turnover for Ballyea. What a let-off.
That could change this entire course of this game. Dermot Stritch could have just tapped it over the bar, given Clonlara the lead. They went for the juggler. Dylan couldn't hold on to the ball, and Ballyea now have a chance to land a free down at the edge of the square, or even Tony's going to come back with this win, put him in front. It could be the moment that turns the tide, that defines this actual game on.
Well, we've had more turns here. I've nearly had a turn myself trying to describe the play.
The turn when you told me I had to come up here with you.
Well, we've used all the turns there. Now, can Tony Kelly turn the tide in his direction? He certainly won't lack distance.
Oh Lord,
that's
it's
for
all
certain.
the way, is it?
If he can put that over,
What a score!
he does. What a score from Tony Kelly. So from a potential
said it took God to mark him. It's just God playing hurling on.
From a potential Clonlara leading point, it's Tony Kelly that does so at the other end. Colm O'Mara, though, you'd have to say, has been one of those leaders that has really inspired Clonlara in the last couple of minutes.
You know we're going to extra time, don't you? Like, you can just sense it here. There is going to be a score. Colm O'Mara will not be beaten here today. He is absolutely inspirational for Clonlara.
Well, they've gone back to Ian Galvin again to take the line ball, and for the life of me, I don't know why, because he didn't hit a great one the first time and hit it to Ballyea the second time as well. Now we're waiting for Miala Loughlin to come onto the field as well. Another big addition. He was the man of the match in the county final in 2013. How did that ball get away to Cian Kirby? What a block from Dylan McMahon. Oh, but he still gets through. Cian Kirby can win the game for Ballyea. Oh, what a block. Oh my goodness, Paul McNamara came out of nowhere there, and suddenly I thought Cian Kirby was going to win the match. This can go anywhere. Look where Aidan Moriarty is. He's obviously followed Tony Kelly all over the field. Now, Dylan here.
Hand in the back.
Dara Dylan. Oh,
yeah, inexperienced on. He should have caught the ball that was popped him. He should have dealt with that. Just a bit of youth sometimes can be too exuberant, and it could prove ultimately costly.
Look who's coming off the field. It's Ian Galvin. And it's Micheál Loughlin that's going to go on for the final couple of minutes here. We haven't seen the board, but I think someone mentioned 3 minutes there. We'll wait for official confirmation because we're just about to go over the hour mark, and Ballyea have the opportunity to go 2 points up, having been brought level again. This has been a fascinating contest. Tony Kelly, free from halfway. He put one over from his own 45.
This is 50 yards closer than the last one, so you know where this is going.
Well, he certainly got the
accuracy. Where it was going on. I told you where it was going. Clonlara in green flag territory, I think.
Well, it depends on how many minutes of injury time to go.
We've still seen no board.
Ball right down here to the mix. Oh, and Dara Dillon just ran into Jack Brown, but it actually worked out in their favour because Michael Collins, after picking up the ball, he hasn't even got a catch yet, but he's going to be under pressure here for a strike. No, that's well wide.
Unlucky.
It's well wide.
Unlucky. He did so well to hold on to the possession to get the strike off. Very, very unlucky. It's all going to be about the additional time, and we still have no clue, which is just wrong here. There should be a board.
Here we go. Now, Barry Coote going to take his time, obviously. They're 2 points to the good, Ballyea. Here we go, and it's right down over here. And Tony Kelly says, I'm leaving that one for you, Pierce. But it's Dylan McMahon. What a take again. He's going to win a free. Now, as he doesn't do anything stupid, Pierce Ellis brought him to the ground.
Ellis? You're bringing him up now from a position where he couldn't score to one that they might get. Silly now from an experienced player.
Okay, Dylan McMahon is going to take this himself. He's on his own 65. What can happen now? 62nd minute of this contest. Probably about 2 minutes to go. 90 seconds for certain. So there is.
What you can't do here on is put this wide. You keep it in play or put it over the bar, but you cannot put it wide.
Well, there's absolute snow on that one. It's going to land around the square, but who's going to pick it up is the next thing. McLeish doesn't. O'Coolacan, wins a free.
It was the defender's ball as soon as he hit
Peter
the free.
Casey, I think.
Yeah.
Peter Casey picks up that ball and wins a free, and it's a vital one, and to be nobody in any hurry to hit this. Jack Brown is going to.
They might, like Jack Brown might leave it down, and Tony could saunter all the way down to hit it.
We could be
to kill the clock.
Into the last minute of this game. Can Ballyea win what would be their 14th knockout game since 2016? What a phenomenal record. And Gudgie is going to go over the stand with that one.
Ronan O'Gara style.
Jack Brown,
get it out of play. They can't score from the stand on.
Actually, Clonlara tried a similar tactic against Crusheen in their last round as well. Alan Murnane put 2 balls over the line so that they were able to restructure and put it out over the line. It's an interesting tactic, and it seems to have worked in Ballyea's favour because they're after winning the ball, and Pierce Lillis has it. He's going to be hooked. It's going to be another line ball. All the seconds pushed away, and if there is only 3 minutes, that means we only have the last play here. It's the last throw of the dice for Clonlara.
Green flag
it's
or nothing.
Colm O'Mara to Colm Galvin, and Colm Galvin has lost it, and he's lost his footing, and that's where... Oh, the ball is not going to because Aaron Griffin is giving away the ball. This is very, very scrappy, but that'll suit Ballyea. Oh, my goodness. There's a definite card there somewhere. Colm O'Mara again, though, winning it. And it's a last throw of the dice. Look, it's Diarmuid Stritch that is taking this one from halfway. He is looking up there. Michael Micheál O'Loughlin has been manhandled inside there, but it's Ballyea to pick up the ball, and it's Tygo Hoolicon that has it. Can he get it offload here? He gives it off to Cian Kirby, who's helping out the defence at this stage. Can Cian Kirby even get that ball away? It's going to be...
that's not a free.
No,
Kevin.
That looks to be it.
Yeah, that wasn't a free though. Like, it was a hospital pass. The defender entitled to go for the ball. Yeah, Ballyea got away with that one, but that's the one that'll send him into a county semi-final one.
Yeah, and Colin Galvin's going to go into the book for it as well. He is. And would you believe this? Clonlara were 4 points up, heading towards the final quarter. You couldn't see anything but a Clonlara victory, and now we're on the cusp of Ballyea getting through again. When they get to this stage, they are lethal at closing out the game. Who have been the big stars for you for Ballyea today?
Nobody. Like, that's the thing, like, absolutely nobody. I know, in fairness, their defence has dealt admirably. Paul Flanagan was outstanding throughout from minute one. But, like, it's just came out of nothing on. Like, they were lifeless up to about 40 minutes, and Tony Kelly's moment of magic. And when you have that in your locker, you're never beaten.
Definitely. And it looks like they won't be beaten on this day either, because it is now 2-13 to 16 points. That's 3 points between the sides. Is that it? Kevin Curry has certainly looked to the watch, but he's going to give one more play, and where there's life, there's hope. But no, says Gudgie, and no, say Kevin Curry, because Ballyea are after beating Clonlara here by 3 points. It has been a phenomenal second half in a mad game of twists and turns, and it's that man Kelly that stood up again. We will watch that goal over and over again. But he also had the wherewithal to score the last 3 points to win the game.
Yeah, look, they did. They saw out the game so well. When they got it, when they went for the juggler and got that lead, they never relinquished it. I mean, that was the crucial thing. Vast experience throughout the team. And look, Clonlara shot themselves in the foot. Couple of poor restarts, and the first goal was just awful to give away from a Clonlara point of view. There's nothing you can do about the second goal. It's magic. And sometimes magic wins. And Tony Kelly, as I said, God himself should be just christened Tony Kelly.
A couple of moments of magic from Ballyea. 2-2 in the space of about 2 minutes there. And you'd have to say moments of madness for Clonlara. And there's 10 lines between it. You look at that, there's still only a puck of the ball at the end of it.
Yeah. Look, Clonlara will be gutted. And, Clonlara had probably the better spread of scorers potentially, the better structure and, better bench for players to come off. But heart and desire, Ballyea never found wanting. And in Tony Kelly, you have a magician who in the blink of an eye can win you a game, bring you back into a game. They needed something magical. They got something magical. And then they saw out the game. And Jack Brown and Gudgie and Paul Flanagan, these lads at the back, Peter Casey, they weren't, once they got a sniff of it all, they weren't going to let it out. And for me, Paul Flanagan, epitomised everything that was good about Ballyea, and Tony Kelly's magic seals the day.
Yeah, not for the first time. They're a remarkable team with a remarkable record, and they're the most experienced side left in this, and they're the first side into the semi-finals of the Clare Senior Hurling Championship for 2025. It just shows you can't take your eyes off this, and don't take your eyes off it, because make sure to watch the highlights for a couple of minutes, and we'll hope to get a bit of reaction to that win when we come back.
Martin Williams Concrete Products Limited is a family-run business based in County Clare, Ireland, specialising in precast concrete solutions for a wide range of industries. Over 2 decades of experience. Established in 1998. They actively listen to customer needs and continuously research innovative ways to improve their offerings. They have a strong local reputation for reliability and customer service, deep knowledge of the building sector, which they're happy to share with clients. If you're working on a building or landscaping project and need durable, locally made concrete products, they might be worth checking out.
Ennis Electrical, best prices on appliances, huge savings on premium brands. Ennis Electrical is a family-run business who pride themselves on good customer relations. Ennis Electrical are part of Expert, one of the largest electrical retailers in Ireland.
Now, let's see, can he fare a little bit better than Ian Galvin did at his side? And he does, and it's gone straight. Can they get through here? It's Cian Kirby. He offloads to Pierce Lillis. Pierce Lillis let it fall out of his hand the last time. He doesn't do so this time. He's accurate towards Tots already. That ball falls to Stritch. Now, what will Stritch do with it? He's going to have a shot at the post. He missed the first one. He's not going to miss the second one. Can he pick it up now? He hasn't got much space off Paul Flanagan so far.
Guaranteed
Can he
score.
get a score? He does. Chance for a second. Now, Dermot Stritch. He's about 50 metres out. Dermot Stritch. He puts it on. See the wind whistling through the jersey. This time it is over. Up to Wise.
Oh, Lord.
And it's straight out to Colm O'Mara. Can he put it over? Yes, he can.
Finally.
Really? He's put two wide, but he has scored one. What can he do with this one? That is going to go right over the black spot. There's no doubt about it this time. A bit of movement. Look at that. For he's two catches. This would be a fantastic score.
What a score.
We'll only be 3 points down at half time. They'll have snatched your arm off, Derek.
To be brave.
Ian Galvin has put him under pressure. Cathal O'Connell, if he can put this over, would be a great turnover. 65.
Straight over.
It's over the bar. Cian Kirby catches the lovely one. Gets away from Logan Ryan. Is that going to curl in? It is, and it's a perfect one.
Ballyea's best score of the half.
If Tony Kelly can make this a one-score game by half-time, it would certainly, but that's brilliant from Fiachra Kirby. Fiachra Kirby has a bit of space. Can he get a first score in the second half? It's off to Michael Collins. And Michael Collins has it because his markers after slipping. Tyga Houlihan's down. Michael Collins scored the first point for Clonlara. At the moment, he's got 4 Ballyea men around him. He's going to take a score, and that's one of the scores. He's surrounded by 3 men. Now DC has it. It's going to be his first strike. Can he make a goal chance here? Because it's fallen. Oh, it's a brilliant goal.
It's 2 short ones. Ball in the back of net from one. Level and score from the other one.
Up possession. He gives it off to Kelly, and Kelly is got in for the corner. This could be sensational stuff. Kelly!
Oh, what a goal.
Jake! And Darragh Moylan can give it off to Kirby. Can Kirby make it 2-2 in a matter of minutes? Yes, he can! He does. He does get that score. Collins, who has plenty of pace to burn. He's going to be followed by Daniel Costello. But that's a great score. Made by O'Mara. And O'Mara to Michael Collins off to Kirby. Kirby, can he score? He does. And what a great score. Now, they didn't get much luck with Ian Galvin and Flanagan. Can they do it with Dermot Stritch? He's looking for his 4th point of the day. They nearly got in each other's way there that time. Michael Collins picks up the pieces, and now we're back to and it's Aidan Moriarty of all people. It's up here in the forward line. Can he provide the equaliser? He's off balance.
Oh, what a score!
His direction. He certainly won't lack distance.
Oh, Lord,
that's for certain.
Way, is it?
If he can put that over,
what a score!
He does.
This is 50 yards closer than the last one, so you know where this is going.
Well, he certainly got the accuracy.
Up to about 40 minutes. It's Tony Kelly's moment of magic. And when you have that in your locker, you're never beaten.
Definitely. And it looks like they won't be beaten. We're back here in Zimmer Biomet Park, Keysog. We're delighted to welcome the winning manager, Robbie Hogan. Not for the first time in a quarter-final, Robbie, but you like to give value for money there, don't you?
Oh, we do, yeah. There's no one goes home early when we're playing anyway, for sure. Yeah, look, it was always going to be brought down to the line. Clonlara are a real quality team, like, and you know, they made us work hard for it, and it's a quarter-final. That's what the challenge is out there now, and look, it's going to be the same for the next 3 games that's coming the way as well.
Obviously, the decisive moments being you're 4 points down, going in towards the end of towards the final quarter, and then you get 2-2 in the space of 2 minutes. It was an unbelievable turnaround, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. You couldn't have rode away for it, one like. But yeah, when the opportunities came, in fairness to the lads, they took them, and we needed them at the time because Clonlara were playing a lot of ball and getting good scores. So big moments require big men, and they stood up. Fairness to them, like Morgan came up from cornerback and stuck it in the net, like so, and Tony after him. So yeah, huge moments, and if you win enough moments, you'll win the game. And
again, they brought it back to level, and you're going into injury time. It's all square, and it took a bit of composure that stage. Is that where the experience comes up?
Yeah, I think so. They just play the percentages, and if you lose the head, you lose the game a lot of the time. So I saw Jack putting the free down into the stand there, and it's better give him a sideline ball than give him a puck out, that comes from maybe learning the hard way down through the years. But it was a big swing around. They beat us by 8 last year. We turned around and win by 3 this year, so we're happy with that.
It's a big weekend again. I hate, obviously, like, you're going to sit back and relax now for the next 3 games and watch who you could potentially meet in the semi-final.
I'll watch all the other managers now sweating on the line. So look, it's great to be out there. It's a privilege for me to be involved with them, and but look, at the lads take ownership, and I have a fantastic management crew behind me, like, and we're the sum of all of our parts, as I say always, like, so we're thrilled to be back in the semi-final.
Well, you are there, and you're the first of the 4, and we have 3 further games here on Clare GA TV to be mouthwatering if they finish as well as Ballyea and Clonlara. It is Ballyea that are the first team in the hat for those semi-finals of the Clare Senior Hurling Championship for 2025. It finished 213 to 16 points. We're going to sign off for the moment, but come back for Kilmaley and 6 Mile Bridge at 5 o'clock.